Well, when you say you're just starting a small deep clean and then all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock and the entire bed has turned around already. Oh. It used to be a lot simpler, and then I collected all of these things, and that's what happens, I guess. So I'm gonna clean it all up and get it all back together, and I really want it to be minimal, so it looks like there's really nothing in the room, and I don't want there to be much in the room, so we're gonna see if we can get rid of everything, put it all back, and keep it simple, and maybe I'll move the bed already. So there's really just a lot of stuff all over the place, and a lot of it I'm not using, and it's just because I've been tired, come back from work, dump it down. So you can see, like, there isn't much going on, there's just stuff everywhere, especially behind the back of this bed. I've got like all my suitcases and like sewing stuff and a pillow, and then this rack is like a huge mess and I don't really use it, and I've got like a box with stuff in it, and oh my gosh. So the first thing I've got to do to get this room all tidied up and sorted and nice again is to do a bit of a deep clean, I guess. It started off pretty simple and then life just happened. Okay, so first we decided that we're actually going to get rid of this rack because I'm not even using it much. Like, it's just got a lot of shirts that don't need to be there, and the jackets I barely even use because it's too cold now. So I'm going to clear that whole thing off and we're going to roll them all up. And we're just going to get rid of the rack in the new room, so let's do it. So what I've actually found with a rack is that you don't really need it unless you're like featuring certain outfits or you have a lot of things that have to stay straight, like blouses. You really don't need it, especially for me in this room. It just became a dumping zone, and I wasn't really actually finding it any easier to go through my clothes with it all hung up like this. Another thing I've found from packing and living in all sorts of places with maybe not even a rack in the first place is that if you roll your clothes, you can actually get a lot more into one small space. And most of the time it actually keeps them a lot flatter than if you fold them the traditional way in a square, because this leaves like all sorts of marks and you really can't get much in there. And also you can actually see everything that's in your drawers. So if you have it all rolled out like this, which you'll see later, then you'll be able to like quickly pick out what you actually want, and it can even stack on top of each other. So it's a really nice way to store clothes. Okay, well, now that I've got everything out and I've cleaned the drawers, I'm gonna put away my summer clothes because I'm not using them. So I'm gonna put them in a bag, and I'm gonna move everything out of the way of the bed so I can actually move the bed where I want it for the new room. So right now, all of this is empty. I've cleaned up this drawer and it's sitting outside so I can vacuum underneath. I just have to do this drawer and put all of this nonsense in that drawer basically, and then the room is empty. So another like general tip for tidying up all your stuff is paper, because oh my gosh, I think like right here I spent 30 minutes at least just sorting through the documents in my drawer. And most of the time you could either have thrown them away, like if, for example, just a notice in the mail, you don't need that. You could keep it digital, so you can actually put it on your hard drive or scan it, or I'm sure like if you log in, you can find the electronic version. And oh my gosh, everything was in envelopes. So the amount of paper I threw away, I think was like an entire like shopping bag of paper. So all these useless papers and envelopes like take a hell of a lot of space in your room. I'm gonna clean the walls, vacuum the floor, get rid of the dust, and then we're gonna move the bed to where I want it and put everything back. For me, I find cleaning pretty therapeutic. I just sometimes things feel a little chaotic and everything's all over the place and you just want to like reorganize and like re-ground yourself in the moment, and you're like, okay, let me fix all my external mess. And basically what I always find is that all the mess around me is pretty much just a reflection of what's going on inside my mind. So whilst cleaning your room doesn't change the state of your mind, it's definitely a good start if you want to really feel like you've decluttering and cleaning up your thoughts and your mind. And it also helps me to relax. I have a little dance party with it.
I think we just pull it and then turn it.
Okay. You stand there, I stand here?
Yeah, and I'll just lift this side a little.
Oh,
Oh
my gosh, this looks so weird!
Parkour! Like a hiding spot.
I know.
There's Mimi! There she is!
Yes, like a standing table.
Like watching the...
I mean, besides from the initial benefit of your room, like really helping you declutter your mind and like declutter your room as well, which just makes me feel a bit chaotic if there's stuff everywhere and a lot of things triggering me. I mean, the essence of it all is that it really gives me a sense of freedom. It gives me the ability to be able to pack up my stuff and go whenever I choose and to wherever I want to go. And it's really nice to be able to know that you can just, everything you own is in one suitcase and you're not tied down by stacks and stacks and stacks of possessions. Like, trust me, the first 2 times I had to move around, it was like a whole weekend. And, you know, I'm sure everybody has like 6,000 notepads that are still ready to be used, or I had like the same top and it's about 6 different colors, which was just so pointless. It has the same function and the same style, and just stuff everywhere that just really keeps you tied down, and you feel like, oh, I've got all this stuff here now. But with so little things and everything, you can just pack up and move, and it's really a beautiful thing. You think that I'm dying? I have cleaned all the back. Alrighty, I don't know what time I started, but we finally finished, and I thought it was just a clean, but I think I've done most of the makeover already, so let me show you what we've been up to. And be ready. Okay, so we cleared up all of the stuff that was here, and now it's just my sewing machine and my embroidery threads, my speaker, and a light I use sometimes. We have my bed, which is nice in the corner now, super cozy, and my graduation hat from September. And then we have over here like my little plant candle corner, which is showing up quite bright, which I love. And then the drawers are all tidy now. So it's just my clothes and a bag and my hats. And in this side we have like my socks and stuff like that, and then extra jackets, my documents, my candles and my books and my laptop stuff, and then some keys and passports and things like that there. And then in the back here, which you might have seen when I was doing it before, I have some extra pillows in a box, and then in this corner here underneath there are like my summer tops and bikinis and things like that, which I'm really not using right now. And for now I've put this mailbox decoration from home, but maybe later I'll put like a black and white something on there. I want it to be super minimal, so. And this wall right now is pretty empty, so maybe something will go on there, and hopefully I'll change the color of this. So you've seen the final result, and welcome to the end. So we finally cleaned everything up and it looks so good. I can breathe again in this room. I'm really happy. Thanks for joining the ride, and see you when I get round to the second part.
Oh, it looks so pink.
It's so cozy. It's so much better. It's like,
Hoo-yah! Wait.